Good Thursday morning to you guys. How are you? I hope you're doing well. I hope you have a great day, a productive day. Hey, book some of them hours, baby. Bring home the bacon to mama. Book some hours, guys. You hands out there, you wrenches out there, knock them hours down today. Today we got something a little bit different. We're going to actually review a short that another YouTuber put out. Truckin' Unicorn, I think her name is. She's a trucker. She stops at an Autozone and she's got some choice words to say about the Autozone employee because he didn't know what a Peterbilt was. And he didn't have fuel filters for her Peterbilt at Autozone. Here's what she has to say.
So I just went in to Autozone just to see if they had fuel filters. Year, make, and model. And I was like, it's a 2003 379 Peterbilt. So he goes, 2003, and he goes, what kind of truck is it? And I was like, Peterbilt? And he's got like GM and Chevy, and I was like, Peterbilt. Well, I've never heard of it. Looking up something for like gasoline. He's like, well, I don't have anything unless it's a diesel. It's a fucking Peterbilt! You know, a semi-truck, like a big giant semi-truck. He goes, I know, I've had family that drives semis, but I've never heard of a Peterbilt.
Now at the end of this video, she finishes the video by saying how stupid this employee must be. Well, I got news for you. Female or male, you can get it either way from me. It don't matter. If you're in the industry talking bad about this industry and you're spreading misinformation or attacking somebody or trying to make it seem like somebody in this industry screwed up when they're just trying to do their job, especially when it's some young kid working at AutoZone, I got a problem with what you're saying. You went to AutoZone looking for a commercial truck filter. First of all, that's your first mistake. That wasn't very bright to begin with. Second of all, this person that works at AutoZone probably has never really been exposed to diesel stuff or looking up diesel stuff or working with these type of diesel parts from these trucks, the diesel stuff from these trucks, these Peterbilts, these Internationals, the Max Force 13s, the ISBs, ISCs, ISMs, ISXs. They probably have never done any of this stuff. So for you to criticize them because they didn't know what you were talking about, for you to belittle and talk down to them and then say at the end of your video, my gosh, you know, something to the extent of people are stupid, shows a lot about you. Shows that you're a very judgmental person and that you're a person that doesn't understand the situation at hand, especially on where you're buying your parts. There is no truck driver with any kind of common sense at all that would pull into an AutoZone parking lot expecting to find a fuel filter or oil filter that's 3 feet long. AutoZone simply just does not carry that stuff. Now, if you had a part number and you brought it in there and said, can you special order this filter for me, I'm sure they could get it for you, but that's not something they're going to carry on the shelf. It's AutoZone, not Commercial Truck Zone. This is not an Acme Truck Parts that would have been the smart place to go to pick up your fuel filters, or your local commercial trucking center or something like that that's going to have the stuff you need, or go directly to Peterbilt or whatever it may be to get your stuff. But you went to AutoZone and expected them to have fuel filters or oil filter, whatever the hell it was on the shelf. I don't know if the video itself is as bad as the decision that you made expecting to go into AutoZone to find your commercial vehicle parts, especially a 379 Peterbilt, and then criticize the employee for one, for not knowing what a Peterbilt is that he never has to look up anyway, and number two, not having the knowledge to know you shouldn't be going to AutoZone to get your fuel filter or oil filter stuff unless you have a part number and expect it to be specially ordered in. We have enough criticism going on in this industry that people are right to criticize this industry on, of just and do issues that need to be addressed that are wrong. We don't need more people adding to it for things that they clearly don't understand themselves, or they don't know how to do themselves, or the poor decisions and choices they make to shop at certain places to set themselves up for failure to the point where they feel like they want to talk trash about somebody trying to do a job and work in the industry. Do better. That was not okay. that young person or old person or whatever it is just trying to do a job. They don't know what your Peterbilt is or your Kenworth is, or that's not their job to know that. That was a very disingenuous and very poor choice to do that, and then leave the video up criticizing the employee like you actually did something there, when you're the one that should be criticized for the decisions that you made to even try to find your parts there for a vehicle that you're supposed to be responsible for. Sorry, but that's just how I feel, and that's just how it is. People don't like it. Too bad. It's not that AutoZone employee's job to know what your 379 Peterbilt is. It's your job to educate them and see if they can get the filter for you if you choose to go there. But you need to have the part number and stuff ready, because that's not something that they would typically be able to look up and just find for you or have on the shelf. Have a great day. Be blessed.